Hey, this is James for Read More Comics. Over the weekend, I was down in Indianapolis on a business trip. And while I was there, I happened to, over lunch, be able to hit up a couple comic book stores down there. And so I want you to show you what I got. As always, please do, if you like the content, like, share, and subscribe right down below. Hit the bell. And I am developing my uh, Instagram footprint. If you would please hit me up on Instagram, that would be awesome. So, as I said, I was down in Indianapolis. It's about a 2.5 hour drive from where I'm at. So it's not a place that I go to with any regularity. It's kind of in the middle of the state, which, like any state that's really long north and south, it's kind of a hassle getting there. Anyway, while I was there, during my lunch break, I pulled up Google Maps and I checked out what LCSs, what local comic book stores to the area would be open and available. The wonderful thing about Google Maps, just typed in comic stores near me and it gave me a whole list of them, and Indy has a ton of them. I was looking for ones that were closer to where I was at for business. So that way it wouldn't be a lot of driving around through downtown or anything like that. Unfortunately, when I took my lunch break, there was only one comic store open. Uh, and then the one I wanted to go to that was only 15 minutes away from where I was at for business, that one didn't open until noon. So most of these books are actually from the first one. Now, this first comic book store is Comics Carnival on Google Maps. They advertise that they have more than 500,000 comic books in store, and I totally believe it. It was really well organized. It didn't have kind of that modern look to it, but that was okay. Everything was kept up. You know, they had trades in kind of a wall display. They had action figures and statues and other collectibles. They had a small dollar bin area, which I didn't really kind of lean into too much. What I did look at though was their back area, and these were short boxes. They were kind of in this shelving situation that were two short boxes wide, if you can imagine that, across. No, this is width, and then dozens in um, long. And then they had three tiers of these. So they had this shelving system. Everything was in alphabetical order. It wasn't by publisher, which that made it a little difficult at first to get used to looking around. It was truly by alphabetical order. Wait a minute. No, it was by publisher. Okay. They had Marvel on one side. They had two of these kind of three-tier shelving systems that dominated the back two-thirds of their store. Uh, Marvel was on one side, DC was on the other. And I started because my comic book goal is to finish my volume one run, going from issue 400 to the end. I have everything after that. I got everything in volume two and volume three. And then I'll start climbing backwards. Okay. So let me show you what I got. And we'll start with Batman. And this really did help out my run. I think now I'm down to 20 books, which I feel pretty good about. It also helped with a couple other runs. Okay, so do these kind of bunches. So we got Batman 538. Has a over here, it could use a cleaning. But overall, it's a decent copy because it's white. I mean, if it was valuable, it could use a press too. Most of these, I would say, are VF. A couple of the books a little less than that. And what I did notice is they price their books based on condition. So the average price was $350, but if it had a lot of spine ticks, it might go down to $250. And then if there are minor keys in this general area, I think I saw one was $6 that I ended up picking up. Anything $10 or more was actually behind the counter. Okay, so we got 538, 539. These are Kelly Jones covers. 542. That's a cool cover right there. Kind of reminiscent of The Question. And I'm going to be honest, I have not read any part of this volume 1 run yet because my goal has been to collect it, then I can read it. 543, 547. I love the yellow on this one. It really pops. This is 549. Okay, this is another, this is a collaborative effort. Love this penguin cover right here. We have a Road to No Man's Land. This is issue number 562. I think this is the roughest one, and I think this was a 250 book. I knew I was going to end up paying a little bit more, and when they averaged out, and I have dozens of books here. I think with this and with the other comic book store, they averaged out to be about 350 a piece, which, okay, this is 575. I'm not a fan of this cover. This is McDaniel. Okay, this one has some spine roll right here and some dimpling on the cover. Little kind of smut right there. Anyway, this was the key. This is a minor key. It's the first appearance of someone. I don't remember who it is. So this is 681. This was a $6 book. And is that a Ross cover? I think that is an Alex Ross cover. I know Ross was doing covers during the Morrison run. So there we have 681. Anyway, so I got all of those. And then I'm going like, well, I got time to burn. I looked through Fantastic Four stuff, and they had a lot. All of these did not have bags and boards, okay, in this area. And then the Fantastic Four stuff, it was really compressed in the box. Like the box was full. I had to take some out to kind of flip through it. And I just decided it wasn't worth it. I didn't want anything of that quality at that price. Okay, but I did look at Justice League, and that's when, and here, something I want to point out, like there was two guys there, welcomed me right away. Hey, you looking for anything? How can I help out? I was just browsing. I didn't want someone like hanging over my shoulder. He pointed out, I was like, hey, I saw you on the floor. We have this, it's some hardware piece where it's kind of this mobile cart where you can put short boxes on. So I did that after this. The first time I was sitting on the floor going through Batman short boxes. So we have Justice League Dark number 0. These are all in the volume 1 run. I got 11, issue number 12, issue 13. This one looks like a Dodson cover. It could be, I don't know. Anyway, this is a very cool cover. This is issue number 14. I believe this one is a duplicate. I put in CLZ, I wanted one of like the variant covers, and I wasn't paying attention to the variant cover picture or the number. I was just looking at the issue number. Wasn't looking at if it was A, B, or C or anything like that. So it's issue number 18. Oh, this is a Janin cover. Okay. Issue number 28. Issue number 29. That's a cool cover. Issue number 39. And then I flipped through their Captain America stuff really quick. I wanted to try to finish up its volume 5, and there were some stray volumes and no, a couple stray issues in volume 5 that I wanted to get. It's not the lower numbers. It's kind of near the end of the volume. And then there was issue number 1 of volume 6. So I was able to find issue number 1, volume 6. That finishes up that part of the Brubaker run. And then we have 2 later volumes, 2 later issues, 619, 621. There you go. So anyway, so that was Comics Carnival. If I'm ever in town, I definitely would hit them up again. They had so many books to go through. If I had hours to devote there, and maybe I should have, let me know what you think in the comments. Should have stayed there where they had 500,000 books. I was looking for specifically for Batman Volume 1, and I did go through everything they had. I was happy to find the Justice League Dark stuff. I'm almost finished with Volume 1 on that. And the Captain America stuff was also nice. So definitely enjoyed it. And I have to say, they were super friendly. When I went in, I talked for a few minutes, when I was up at the counter, the guy was saying, hey, we got new comic book day coming up. But he said, hey, you'll probably go to the one at your LCS. So you want to check that out. You know, he was pushing me to go to my own LCS. So I thought that was on point, you know, on fleek, if you will. Okay. So this is the other one. And this one was actually the one I wanted to go to first, but they were closed. They didn't open until noon. So I finished at this place. I drove over to where this other comic book store is, which was about 15 minutes away from where I needed to be after lunch. And there was an Applebee's nearby because I was starving by that point. I got a burger there, got some fries. I went through, I put everything. I sat in the bar. The bartender there, he actually collected comics. Like, hey, you collect comics? And we talked a couple minutes about it. That was really cool. And that gave me a moment to kind of look through what I'd found and put it in CLZ, because one thing that I know happens, I'm going to buy books I don't need. I know I'm going to end up with duplicates, but if CLZ can help me minimize that, that's a win for me. Okay, so they did not have as much for the Batman Volume 1, but they did have a couple issues that I've been looking for and a couple of the annuals. And here's a side note. For me, the annuals are a part of the volume. Okay, I know for some collectors, annuals aren't a big deal, but for me it is. Like, it is a part of that volume. I want to make sure I have it. Okay, so here we have Batman. This is issue 707. Now, unlike Comic Carnival, this is Pride Land Comics, by the way. This was a much smaller store, but it was super organized, super clean. I came in. I think I was the first person in the store. The owner was behind the counter. Hey, how you doing? Are you looking for anything? I just said, hey, I'm browsing. And I said, oh, okay, you know, and he was paying attention. And he's like, hey, if there's anything you're looking for, I've made some purchases. I have some collections in the back. Just tell me, I'll take a look. Now, I wasn't willing. Sorry, it's been a long day, to go that far at that point because I didn't want to spend a lot of time there. I was giving myself about a half an hour. Where at Comics Carnival, I think I spent an hour there, but I had the time. So we have issue 707. This is Tony Daniel. Then we have Batman issue 1,000,000, which I've never seen this book before ever. You know, I know it is a part of the volume 1 run. It's in CLZ, but I've never seen it anywhere. So, and then we have some annuals. This is annual number 12. This is annual number 21. I had to actually put this one in a silver bag and board because it is a little thicker. I love the cover on this. Very retro feel, okay, with suspense detective and just the art. I don't know who the artist is. It's Joel something. If you know who the artist is of this, you know, put it in the comments. I would appreciate that. And then we have issue number 22. Ooh, this is a Wrightson cover. That's pretty cool. Bernie Wrightson on a Batman cover. Okay. Then I look through Justice League Dark, you know, because that is an easy run to fill. I think, and I'm not specking on this. I really do enjoy Justice League Dark. It is the modern DC horror that I enjoy. I enjoy the volume 2 lineup. Love having Swamp Thing, Deadman, Zatanna. I thought Wonder Woman was a great leader for a magical centric team. So anyway, I'm working on volume 2. I unfortunately bailed before the end of the series, and that's where James has learned a lesson. Do not bail on a series. You know, go all the way to the end. So I'm still working on that here and there. That's an easy run to fill because there are no keys. Where with volume 1, because it's a new 52 run, it's a little older, it's, you know, a little bit more difficult, but I'm almost there. I think I have 7 books left for this. So we got issue number 2, issue 19, nice splash cover. This one is a super cool cover. This is issue 16. And then this is Justice League Dark annual number 1. So I have both annuals now. All right. So that's my video. If you want to leave a comment, tell me how I did. They averaged out to be about $3.50 a piece. A few of them a little cheaper, and then there was at least one minor key in there that was about $6. So let me know what you think. I think I did pretty well. These are all books that if I purchased them on eBay or any other online seller, shipping and handling would bring up the price, and they wouldn't necessarily be in better condition. These are books in the different venues in the area. I have 3 LCSs right now, and Half Price Books. Have not found them. I haven't really been hitting up flea markets for these, but the issues for both Justice League Dark and Batman, the issue numbers I'm looking for, they seem to be maybe lower print. I don't know. They're not as out there as I'd hope they would be. So again, let me know how you think. Thank you for watching my video and listening to me ramble. If you would like, share, subscribe, hit the bell in the corner, that would be awesome. And please don't forget to read more comics.